All right, the Stanley Cup playoffs. Scott, you are close to the Carolina Hurricanes at times. I don't think many of us predicted there'd be a game 6. Were you one of them?
Well, I mean, I thought Carolina was going to win this series from the
You
get
did.
go. Of course, when they went down 3-0, that it looked pretty bleak. It's been the whole second round has been just epic entertainment. Considered, I thought the first round was a bit of a lunch bag letdown in general, but all 4 series have been great. But this series, coming back to game 6 at PNC Arena tonight, the Canes took them a long time. And really, they weren't all that great against the New York Islanders, which I think is more a reflection on just how poor that Islander team is constructed, that Hurricanes won in 5. But they really haven't got to their game very often. And certainly in this series against the Rangers, not until game 5 in New York a couple of nights ago. But it is going to be interesting now. Is there a little bit of a pinch for the Rangers, who had 2 cracks to eliminate the Hurricanes and really haven't been, they've been the second best team the last 2 games. So I think it's fascinating. It's really, boy, it's a lot of pressure on Frederik Andersen. I thought he was good in game 5. I didn't think he was very good, frankly, in game 4. And there was a lot of discussion about whether Pyotr Kochetkov should have actually started game 5, all kinds of drama there. But this Hurricanes team finally seeming to get into a bit of a groove. They're a better 5-on-5 team than the Rangers in general. And they seem to have escaped the early part of the series where the Ranger power play just ate them alive. And now they've been able to either win or saw off the special teams battle. Gave up a shorthanded goal in game 5, which was not great. But they now look like a team that I think a lot of us were expecting to see from the start of the playoffs. Is it going to be enough to force a game 7 at Madison Square Garden? I can't wait to see it.
I can't believe how these teams can't finish people off. Yeah. Look at how the Rangers can't finish off Carolina. The Panthers couldn't finish off Boston. Dallas couldn't get the job done against Carolina. It's been awesome to see, the pressure build in these series, because Scott's right. The first round was an unusual, full of stinkers this year, and that's normally not the case, but this has been some great stuff.
And listen, Mike, there's always the growth of a villain. And last year in Toronto, the villain was Sam Bennett. And this year in Boston, surprise, the villain is Sam Bennett.
I mean, I remember the offside goal against Montreal changed the rules.
Right.
The major penalty thing in Vegas with San Jose changed the rules. You wonder if the Sam Bennett play is going to change the rules here. Not the play against Marchand. I'm talking about the goal, because it always has struck me as a little odd. We can challenge essentially everything in baseball, but in hockey, we can't challenge anything except a high stick. But why can't we have a challenge to say there's a penalty there? Because you couldn't call that goal off really on goalie interference, because it was interference or a cross check. And I know everyone throws Rule 69 at me, but the control center, the Situation Room ruled 69 didn't apply there. That was their judgment. Certainly it was cross-checking, it was interference, and it really changed the whole series, and it really shouldn't be that way.
Well, this is right in your bailiwick.
The NHL does not want to criticize its own officials.
Nope.
They think it's like sticking a knife in themselves some ways. And I think it's crazy. If you're going to use replay, as you said, like everybody else does, be prepared to get it right. Use the replay to judge nearly everything. Am I wrong?
No, and I mean, let us talk to an official. Let us get an interpretation. Other sports, you can have a pool reporter go talk to an official after a game. Baseball, I've been at World Series where umpires have been on the podium explaining calls, and there's no accountability in hockey. It's really bizarre.
Well, but it's not really bizarre, though, because it's exactly how the NHL is, right? I mean, they are the least transparent of all the leagues. They are so insular.
Yeah.
And I really, it's just unfortunate, because listen, the officials are human beings. They have personalities. We've seen that. Who wouldn't love to talk to Wes McCauley after a game? What did you think of this? Or,
by the way, where is Wes McCauley?